Wake up, Shinigami. You're chugging Bleach with the only podcast that unlocks your bunkai.
Welcome to Chugging Bleach, the only Bleach podcast.
Oh, thank God.
We searched, there's only one, it's ours.
Sorry, on GigaBoots Podcast Network.
Oh, damn it.
I'm sorry to get everyone's hopes up. We aren't the only one, I assume.
He has not done research either way.
Yeah, I only did research on our network.
That must have taken a while. We have a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, we didn't have any other Bleach podcasts. I was surprised to find that out.
I'm actually relieved.
After this said, sure, yeah.
But we covered the episodes 84 through 88 this time for this month. Mm-hmm. We're deep in the Bount Arc.
Getting low.
Deep in bounty.
Yes. If you want to hear this episode early, though, Phil can tell you how to do that.
You have a secret?
You can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/GBPodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get many benefits, such as early access to this and Mondo Cool, our 2 anime review podcasts, extended armchair dev pitches and gamer premonitions when we have to leave ideas on the cutting room floor of those shows, and a Patreon exclusive show, one per month, where you get to vote on what good or bad thing we watch. That's patreon.com/GBPodcast. And if you don't have any money, you can always help us by telling your friends. And if you don't have any friends, but do have money, but don't want to give us that money for some reason, you can use it to attend personality improvement classes and then make friends to tell them about us. That's patreon.com/GBPodcast.
Very excited for our upcoming merchandise, a t-shirt that says, I'm reformed now. I listen to the GigaBoots Podcast Network.
I really thought it was going to be some absurd thing where you pretend to have friends by making alt bank accounts and alt accounts on Patreon.
Well, thank you for those ideas, Phil and everyone else. Speaking of which, I didn't introduce us. I'm Bob Video Games, the typical host of Chugging Bleach. I'm here with Dan Video Games.
There were no iconic phrases from Ichigo this time, but here's one instead. The lives that should be lived always seem to slip through these hands.
KZ from KZExcellent.com.
I consider myself a Bount despite not being one.
And of course, Mr. Phil.
What I say will be wildly different between the subtitles and what I actually say.
Damn it. Can we get a redo? I want the line, even if this guy is about, he's still human.
Please, we have to get to the episodes.
It's been days, but now the entire set has rushed back like the dam broke.
God. Phil, help me out here. What happened?
Okay, let's go. Episode 84. We open with Ichigo fighting Koga, fighting fucking Richard Epcar.
God, this guy has a
Ichigo's
name.
all beat. Ichigo's all beat up. Richard Epcar says Karia wants to create a world ruled by bounts, which hadn't come up until this moment, and I don't think will come up again even, because it really seems like they just have people say shit in this arc that is never addressed ever again.
Yeah.
Wait, do you go to Hueco Mundo to talk with Life's manager to become in charge of Earth?
Yeah, I thought that was the plan, is that they were going to fucking go to Belgrande to fucking do things.
Yeah, they were going to think outside the bun because their Bount powers were going to crack a hole. Now we're... What?
Well, then they'll come back and they'll rule the world, I guess.
Okay, they're going to come back with their crutch wraps.
Yes.
Then Richard Epcar reiterates that one Bount getting stronger makes them all stronger due to the multiplication effect.
I think I watched that Jet Li movie. Bob, have you?
Koga's like, Richard Epcar's like pontificating about how he doesn't want to kill Ichigo as opposed to what like there's this fucking theme of like, I can't believe yet and I have to kill another like young man with so much potential. I'm like, you're working for a transparently evil guy and eating souls.
Yeah, I'm like, you got your boss.
What is your
literally
character supposed to be?
He's sending out bugs that have just murdered a child you've seen and hundreds of others you haven't.
Yeah, but Ichigo's life is a life that's worth living, that is slipping through these hands.
It's like a boomer. It's like a boomer who's like, I like you because I saw you doing menial labor once.
Yes.
Keigo, I hate though.
Maybe this guy would make sense if he was in a group where they pretend to not be evil and he just doesn't notice the evil parts.
Right. Instead, their entire group is nothing but evil.
Yeah, they characterized him as to be that type, and it makes no sense.
It's
we cut to Urahara's shop.
Oh, good.
The assistant is carrying Hanataro in. It's really easy. He weighs like 4 grapes because he's 3 feet tall. He's like, you need to heal Renji and the kid that got attacked by the Betos, which are the mosquitoes.
yes.
So he starts to work on that. So we cut back to the Rukia Orihime sexual predator girl bout fight.
Oh yeah.
I forget why you keep calling him that.
Have you seen him?
Look, have you seen him?
Sorry.
His Kuroda, which is his name, is still duplicating Renji and is like doing better than Renji normally does as Renji.
But he's not transforming his Sork, so obviously he sucks.
Yes.
So they hold her off for a while for Rukia to charge another super Hado, and she shoots it, and there's a big explosion, and then the Bount jumps up, and they say she escaped the attack, even though it clearly hit her because
It exploded.
this is a filler arc. Then she owns the shit out of Kuroda. Then like her doll starts to scold her and tell her she's being a hysterical broad. He's like,
You don't have mommy powers.
He's like, oh, no, I see that we're in the Dragon Ball movie section of this filler arc. Kuroda's laying there in that Family Guy pose where like his arm is behind him.
I'm really fucking glad you noticed.
No!
Yes, no, I absolutely, and I'm like, this is my damage. I'm alone in this spot.
God, I wish he would get hit by the car.
There's like a shot of people running that looks really fucking bad.
Yeah. I cracked up real bad from that.
She's like, I'm gonna use my super technique of spinning my sword.
And then she starts yelling pee pee doo pee doo pee doo pee pee doo pee.
Oh man. I wish we were watching that.
Yeah, that actually is a much better show. Then Crackhead Bount shows up.
Yep. Yeah, I've wrote crack addict here.
He is acting like he is a flasher. Like he really comes off like he's about to expose himself to all these women.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
But instead he just summons his doll, Ritze.
Yes.
Which is like a rat with a flower on it. I wrote it in my notes. It's a flower scrunko. He's fucking all hopped up on crack. So he's like, I want to fight now. Go fuck up the lady Bount. So it like flutters around her a little bit and then just stabs her neck. And she's like, ow, what the fuck? And then he basically just calls her a dumb whore.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's really weird, yes.
And then she's like, oh, fuck this. I'm leaving.
Do you think someone on staff might be, I don't know, insane?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel bad for her, where it's like, I'm sorry, you're not the mommy one, so we're going to treat you like garbage for the entire arc.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
and also
weird.
draw you wrong.
All these episodes look so bad.
Yes, this is probably the worst looking set we've seen.
Yeah, I hate that Dan's now able to take photos with a really good camera now against the TV.
Yeah, the fucking the iPhone I upgraded to has an absurd camera on it. I'm like, yes. So she
fucks off. And then Rukia, because I guess she loves Elle so much, is like, you guys go. I'll fight this new one alone again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they're like, no, that's fucking stupid. Fuck you. But so Crackhead Bounce like, go get him, Ritze. And Ritze, which has an annoying little voice, is like, going up, going down, and is just like shooting around like a little bullet.
Yeah.
And Kuroda calls it an elevator because he's a fucking idiot.
Thank you. I was like, dude, you're thinking of a Wonka-vator.
Yeah,
Well, look at this guy.
it's literally just because it's saying it's going up and down, which is so dumb. Like it makes no sense.
It like shoots all around. It goes into the ground. It comes up. It tries to kill Rukia. Crackhead is like, okay, you can go ape shit now. And the doll like becomes like a railgun shot and starts zipping all over. The threat this creature poses is really ambiguous.
Yes, it is.
Then Rukia like smacks it with what I don't know what it is. It looks like if you know those like curtains that are slats.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the top of blinds.
Yes.
Yes, that it looks like it's on the top of line. So she smacks it, and it immediately recovers and burrows into her body, and she faints. Crackhead just starts cackling, and she wakes up and is possessed, and it gets really rapey. This is no good at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Like the Crackhead like starts like examining her. It's really bad.
Yeah, the writer of this episode should be fired out of a cannon into the sun.
Yeah. Do not interview this one about the Bount Arc.
We cut back to Leland and Ichigo. Izuru is now here to help.
Cool.
The spider sure has lines. Talks about how, there's so many boys here. I'm lucky to be born a woman.
Correct.
The spider now has a different attack. When it was fighting Ichigo, it was like sucking steel out of the girders and shooting fucking spikes. Now it's shooting balls.
Yeah.
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 It ran out of PP on the last move.
They looked at like the design and went, "What does this one do again?"
I feel like it was shooting balls early on too. So
Yeah.
they just forgot for a little bit.
After it upgraded, it was like shooting the metal spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Izuru blocks the ball like 4 times, and now it makes her too fat to move.
Yeah, her ass is too fat, so she gets pinned to the ground. It's a really epic win.
Ichigo's like, now your doll can't move, so I'm gonna beat your ass, Richard Epcar. And Richard Epcar just picks up a steel girder and tries to smash his head in.
Yeah.
And Ichigo's like, how can anyone be this strong? And I'm like, you know Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's your best friend. He who is not a weird vampire ripped a telephone pole out of the ground and hit something with it.
Yeah, it was like episode 5 or some shit too.
And a girder fell on his head from a mile in the air, and he was fine.
Don't worry about it.
Koga talks about how he trained a lot because Bounts have to be mentally strong, but every other Bount is an insufferable dipshit.
Yep.
They don't come off as trained at all. And he's like, Bounts are humans' potential achieved. I'm like, no, they're not.
He's like the one boomer Bount of all of them. Even
really is.
more than the one that is an old guy.
Yeah, that's because he's full of nothing but myopic phrases that show he doesn't know at all what's going on.
Yeah.
He came from a different story.
So he starts choking Ichigo a little bit, but Ichigo gets a second wind and like kicks him away. And Koga sees Kane like flashed over Ichigo, and I start just furiously masturbating in the air, just like jerking the air super hard dismissively.
I just groaned.
Koga has that brief flashback, so his will is broken, so he flashes back to the fucking flashback episode. After making us endure this fight and that fucking flashback episode, he's just like, I'm leaving now for no reason. Goodbye.
Yep, we couldn't even
Goodbye.
end him.
Yeah.
No.
Ichigo starts yelling, I'm not going to let him go. And then Dad Bod goes to ponder his orb.
We get some Cone and Leland shtick where she's riding him like a horse to go get help for Ichigo.
Yes.
And then we cut back to Rukia and the gang, and Rukia's being controlled and just starts choking Orihime because they're out of chicken nuggets and she's pissed.
And see, here's the part that gets me. She chokes from the side, like she's, like you see where people are like, if you're into choking, you dumb asshole, do not choke from the front, choke from the sides. And I'm like, Man, Rukia, the fact this is her default choking pose makes me wonder.
It's okay. The animators have no idea what a choke is. I'm pretty sure the next episode they switch to the
we will
shirt.
fucking get to that.
I'm like, I wonder if you'll even notice.
Of course.
Illustrated Guide to Soul Reapers.
Golden.
Someone stole the woman Shinigami Club snacks. Mayuri Boomerang Head comes in. Someone farts, and I guess the snacks make you fart, so they thought it was him that farted. The end.
Actually, there's one person in the crowd that's sweating. I think it's like older mommy type. I can't remember. But she's sweating. Everyone else is not nervous. So I think it's implied to be her because she scrolls onto screen right after that sound. But the snack was edamame. So it was beans.
Oh, okay.
It was a hilarious bit.
I said out loud during the ending, at least we have the most important part of our show, and the first one's a fart bit, and I felt like they specifically tried to hurt me.
You're like, thank God Radio Cone is here. Oh,
well.
Episode 85. We open on one of those lovely recapping the last bit of the last episode because we got to save money. We cut to the Pillarman Cave, and Karya is sitting there like a fucking loser alone and is doing crack. It looks really bad and like he's vaping. Please click the first spoilered image now.
Okay, mark that. Let's...
God. You know, I wasn't sure where this was because it looked more like an abandoned building than the Aztec ruin they're currently in. So I have no idea.
As we see later in these sets of episodes, the Pillarman Cave is really poorly defined and has lots of different set pieces.
Yes, it does.
So, Ichinose apologizes for letting the meth head out of the trap house, and it's like, wow, I can't believe he reacted like that. I can't believe when you force feed someone crack, he becomes addicted.
strange.
Weird, right?
Maki said, I'm not actually a Bount, but I consider myself a Bount, much like Justin Trudeau considers himself members of certain ethnic groups.
Yes. I was like, this guy sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's real dumb.
I'm something of a Bount myself.
They talk about how the crackhead might lose his mind and go on a rampage, but that'll be fine, I guess. They really have no fucking idea what to do with Kari as a character, because he starts talking about how a fight you're guaranteed to win is boring, which is something he's just bringing up now, and he doesn't really seem like the kind of character to give a shit about that. Didn't we find out that the directors on this also worked on Yu Yu Hakusho? Because I'm pretty sure Toguro says this exact line in his initial arc.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Toguro says exactly. Big Toguro is like, only a coward fights when he's guaranteed to win, or something like that in the fucking rescue Hiei's sister arc.
You're gonna lose it when he finally puts on sunglasses.
So we cut back to Rukia and everybody. Rukia is now holding Orihime up by her collar, despite clearly seeing her wrap her hands around Orihime's throat.
Yes.
Orihime is still reacting and talking like she's being choked, but she isn't being choked. She's being held up by her collar.
Yeah, no, it's really weird.
I wrote that this is probably one of the worst looking episodes we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it really starts hitting it this episode.
Kuroto is doing the please, Rukia, stop. You have to get it together. Crackhead Bount boasts how his doll enters bodies and controls them, but we all fucking knew that because we just saw it.
Yep.
He's like, Rukia, kill her. So Rukia just shot puts Orihime 80 feet into the air.
Yes. It was real
that's the highlight of the entire set is this.
It was some real Vegeta dealing with Nappa energy.
Yes. We're like, just blow her up. Blow her up,
Yeah,
please.
like it seemed insane. How can she show her 50 feet?
Rukia can do this, huh?
Well, the Bount then says that, like, incredible, so this is what becoming stronger means? So it's like, I guess the crack make his doll becoming strong.
Yeah, it's like the Majin form, right? She's Majin Rukia.
Yeah, and then you think about all the crack all the other ones had, and then do the multiplication power up they've got. He's so much stronger.
So Rukia's gonna fall and die, and then her powers forcibly activate and catch her because she fucking forgot she had powers because she's a fucking idiot. Rukia's magic is now effective and dangerous because now she's no longer a protagonist.
Yeah.
Yes.
She has a really dead look on her face, and I just wrote this. This is what always happens when you tell Rukia that they're out of chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Kuroda is giving Orihime really specific advice on what to do with her powers because somehow he knows about them and also doesn't respect women. So Rukia is shooting the bad-looking projectiles at Orihime, and Orihime is blocking them with her shield, and Rukia is using so much power to fire these powerful spells that her hand is burning.
Wow.
Then the flower doll sprouts from Rukia's chest and makes her a soul reaper again, but it's like, oh, I'm burning through her life power. She might die from this, I guess. We really need to have some form of tension in this horrible episode. And then Kuroda describes what we're seeing, but it's like really poorly localized. It's like a parody of an anime.
I don't remember this.
Orihime's little guys, her scrunkos, come out of her hairpiece.
Yeah.
It's like, Rukia, you gotta tell us to cut her. We can't do anything unless you will us to, except for that part where we came out and saved you from falling and dying 35 seconds ago.
Don't worry about that though.
That was 5 minutes
she's
ago,
like, no,
Mark
she's
Scott.
like, no, I can't attack Rukia, and Rukia tries to kill her, so they pull Orihime out of the way by her hair. We cut back to Ichigo carrying Keigo and Izuru is with them. And Izuru is the worst person at comforting people in the entire world, and it's like, Ichigo, I know you're sad that your friend might be dying, but I had a friend who turned out to be evil. We've gone through the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, guy with bad mic gives also bad advice.
Luckily, Ichigo is really fucking stupid, so this attempt at like camaraderie works, and he feels a little bit better. We're also now constantly flashing back to earlier episodes to save money.
Yeah, no, this is really rough as we flash back to good-looking Bleach.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This
In
is
the middle
really
of
bad.
this.
Where it's like, don't cut back to something that looks so much better visually, please.
It's terrible that happened to you, Ichigo. Anyways, I'm friends with the Joker.
I miss him so much.
Yeah, I'm friends with the most transparently evil-looking character in the series. I can't believe he betrayed us.
Yeah, man, what's up with that?
I'm friends with the character whose existence is a misdirect because he looks so evil. Orihime, in a moment that almost made me so mad I couldn't see, says, I know I've just been saying the same thing over and over, but I can't attack Rukia.
Doesn't she also in this moment say she can't attack the Bount directly because he's human?
She's like, he is also a human.
God,
Which
this is
doesn't-
so bad.
Yeah, it's the fucking
Whatever. She's a girl in a shonen anime. This is her job.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have to like it.
We cut back to Ichigo, and they get to Urahara's shop, and Ichigo and
What the
Keigo are
fuck?
both putting fucking traction.
Didn't Orihime choke out some Soul Reapers in the last arc?
They're not human.
Yeah, they're dead already, so it's fine.
No, Kubo wrote that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Kubo wrote that. At least he has more of a clue than this, even it is worse. Hanataro's giving the medical treatment, is like, I need this, and this, medical technobabble. And I'm like, fine, you're a character that I don't hate right now, so it's fine that you're on screen.
Yes.
I will never hate him.
Oh, no. Here's the part where Orihime says she can't attack him, because Kuroda's like, well, this is a stupid problem. Let's have a stupid solution, and you attack the Bount instead. And then Orihime's like, no, I can't attack the Bount instead. They nag at Orihime until she'll attack the Bount, and then Rukia just gets in the way because, of course, and her leg gets cut. Rukia tries to chop them again, but 69man jumps in and saves them. His name is Hisagi, which is what I will be calling them from now on.
That's
Because
good.
he at least deserves to have his name.
Yeah, I
Remember,
like
because
this
he's a
guy.
canonical character.
Yeah, I just have 69 men every time.
We cut
I don't
back
think
to
he ever becomes a
Karia.
real character, so it's fine.
Yeah, but he looks cool and girls like him, so it's a big win.
That's true. We cut back to Karia, and now he's drinking the kickstart out of a glass.
No,
when he was just
no more vape.
when he was just mainlining it out of the fucking bottle before.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, I've had a hard day of doing drugs. I'm going to go take a nap. Ichinose, you're in charge.
Yeah.
You're basically a
insane.
Bount, apparently, according to your fucking resume.
Hisagi's like, I'm Hisagi, and I'm here to kill the Bount.
Cool. Need somebody to.
Rukia starts to resist the flower, and then everybody starts telling Orihime she needs to kill Rukia right now so Rukia can die with pride, because this is every shitty mind control stereotype seen in anything ever, all compounded into each other.
Or that one episode of Bleach that we thought was the worst it ever got in the Soul Society arc.
Yeah, the one where Yutake did the same thing.
Yeah. This is worse than that.
Orihime powers up because she doesn't want to kill Rukia, and they start drawing her boobs bigger now that, like, she has to be the focus.
Yeah.
She just, like, Terminator walks through a bunch of attacks and hugs Rukia and shoves Rukia's face into her boobs and starts to heal her. And then the doll comes out, and Hisagi jumps forward and really easily owns the shit out of the doll, and it becomes like a tiny little seed. And he's like, okay, crackhead, time to die. And then Maki Ichinose shows up and blocks the strike and picks up the crackhead and just leaves without talking, thankfully.
Yeah, in that one shot, the one frame there, he is knocking out the Bount, the Ichinose is, with the back of his, like, with his scabbard, while he blocks the 69 man and then leaves in the next frame.
Bob, you were the only one in the room who noticed that, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of that in this set of episodes.
Yeah.
Where we're like, what happened? What? Why is he... What?
Illustrated Guide to Soul Reapers.
Golden.
Ganju is at work all by himself because there's karma. And he is trying to help a Gyaru customer. Now, the dub has her call him a stupid cow, but in the subs, she says his eyelash game is shit, which I think is a much funnier line.
Yeah, what the heck? That's great.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And he gets so mad, he uses his sand powers to blow away all the customers harassing him.
Even the people who are in the back, they're just here for, like, a cup noodle.
Yes.
Episode 86. Rangiku is Naruto running across some rooftops. She flashes back to the peacock guy ditching them and complains that everybody else also left. In the dub, he says he's ditching them because of his squad's lackadaisical standards. But in the subs, he says they pride themselves on one-on-one battles, which makes more sense because he's Kenpachi's guy.
Right.
Yeah, what the heck? Okay.
Rangiku is pissed because, like, she thinks she should be in charge of this operation because her captain's the one who started it, and she says she's gonna go complain to the manager later.
Oh, okay, cool.
Noba, the ninja mod soul, Ururu, and Chad are facing down the old man Bount. Chad, there's some really stupid dialogue where Chad's just like, "Why are you here? To kill you guys." Oh, it's like fucking brain dead.
So Phil, it was at this moment I was having something going through my head as Chad was talking, and I went, what did they do? That's not Chad.
It sounds bad.
That's not Chad. They recast Chad in between episodes.
Oh, I thought something was fucking off about that. Did they really do that?
They swapped him out for Jameson Price, and he sounds nothing like Chad, and it ruined him.
Yeah, it's rough.
My God, that's really bad.
He sounds nothing like Chad.
Yeah, he sounds entirely different. Oh my God.
It fucking sucks so bad.
Of all the people you pick.
Yeah, I would never have expected one of the main cast to be swapped out like this. This is intense.
Earlier, KZ quoted Chad, and it sounded closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Surely they wouldn't recast. That's insane. But no, they fucking... Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I assumed they recast based on the guy just getting out of dubbing. He did not get out of dubbing, however. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, that just kind of happens. Like, I know at some point Kenpachi gets replaced by someone else.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, not excited for that.
These are literally the two best voices in Bleach. I'm sorry, Johnny and Bosch. I cannot believe they are the two getting recast.
That's not true. The very top has to be Hanataro.
don't know. I don't know. Kyle Hebert doing Eisen is pretty good.
I was gonna say fucking I'm trying to remember what fucking the one dude
The Joker?
yeah, I was trying to remember the Joker's voice, but all I can hear is Dan's impression of him.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I can hear.
the Joker.
Remember his name?
Yeah.
It's Geen. His name is Geen.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
I'm just like the Joker. He sounds like Dan doing a voice.
I'm like, oh no, I've been calling him the guy from Blaze Blue so long, Hazama, that I don't remember his real name.
It's funny because they have the same voice actor.
I know.
Yeah, of course. They literally,
Blaze-
Hazama was ripped off from Jin directly.
Yeah, no, it is so fucking direct. It is literally that guy, but in Blaze Blue.
It is
That's it.
Yeah. Which honestly, good choice.
It is very funny to like watch Bleach specifically and be like, this explains so many casting decisions from like 2008 to 2016 games.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is rough.
So Rangiku is just there. She teleports into this scene without any indication she's actually arrived and starts babbling to Chad.
Well, she sees them from a very large distance.
She sees them from a distance away, but then she's just there patting him on the shoulder. There is no like cut of her like Superman landing in the scene.
Man, she has flash.
There's just
That's
nothing.
crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, what are you doing out here? And the Chad just points and goes, about.
Yeah. We have filler where everybody has to introduce themselves.
Uh-huh.
Then the old man summons his doll to Bara. Chad is like, so that's his doll, but the doll isn't there yet. He's looking at nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Old man Bount sinks into the ground and it erases his presence. His doll is like a big fucking stupid whale that swims through the ground like water.
Yeah.
Rengiku tries to take initiative and looks like she gets eaten by it, but Noba saved her with his teleport, and then zips up his fate because he can't deal with white-coated Japanese women. The doll sounds like Black Dynamite. I have no idea why it has that voice.
That's really funny. It's voiced by Patrick Seitz, or as my notes go, Patrick Switzerland. Thanks, autocorrect.
He starts talking about how his doll controls space and sounds exactly like Vanilla Ice's stand.
Yep.
Oh god, I wasn't even thinking of that. Fuck this.
Yeah, I was trying to remember which shonen anime had this exact thing.
Yep.
And it was like, okay, yeah.
Rangiku uses her Shikai and the sword becomes mist, and then realize, and then like it just looks like she's like, go attack mist, and it starts to go directly into the whale's mouth. She's like, no, wait, that's not what I want to come back.
But right before this, Rangiku stabs at the ground and gets her sword stuck, and then is stuck there while the whale tries to eat her.
Yes.
And it's like, she's the one with the sword that turns to mist. Why did you write this?
Yeah, you said that, and then she immediately activated the mist mode for a later thing. It was really bad.
Well, she didn't know that she needed to use her full power level. It's like a Dragon Ball movie.
It's like you took the guy whose dick is detachable. And the plot of this episode is he got his dick stuck in a hole, so he's stuck there?
I'm sorry, Dan. It's a Dragon Ball movie. Did you miss the scene where Ururu started peeing?
I did, actually.
Let's move fucking on from that idea. The old man confirms that yes, my doll works exactly like Vanilla Ice's stand.
He said that verbatim. It was
And
really
it's like,
weird.
we're kind of like vampires, and that dude was a vampire.
So Rangiku pulls out like a headset and is like, okay, I need you guys in Soul Society to cast these buffs on us.
Yeah,
and
this is insane.
And
Oh yeah. They're like, we need you to seal off this part of the city. Isolate, I believe, is the way they said it.
that is something that they can do that they mentioned at some point earlier in the show.
They're like, we need you to isolate this part of the city so it's safe to us go balls deep.
Yeah, it's the no collateral damage zone.
Mm-hmm.
They start fighting. It's really bad. I don't have any notes. It just looks really bad and isn't exciting. The theme of all these Bount fights is nobody's able to figure out the obvious strengths and weak points of these dolls.
Yeah, not ever.
Ururu jumps up and fucking roundhouse kicks this enormous whale and just sends it flying.
Hell yeah. MVP.
Then they all get away and they're like, it just absorbed our attack. I'm like, no, it didn't absorb Ururu's attack. She owned the shit out of it.
Right? He's gonna feel that one in the morning.
Chad's like, we're safe because we retreated to the roof of this building, but then they get attacked and Ururu gets eaten, pushing Chad out of the way because anybody competent in this filler has to be somehow removed from the equation, even if they're 6 years old.
Yes.
We get like a really funny shot of her like spinning into the void, like she's literally falling into hell.
Yes. That shot's hilarious.
They're chasing her, or they're getting chased by the whale. The Bount like pops out with his whale and is like, she's in Bara's stomach and is gonna get digested. I don't just absorb souls, I absorb the whole thing. Honk honk, yeah. Rengiku cuts a hole for them to escape in the ceiling and also drops a billboard on him, but it doesn't work because nothing can be easy in this fucking arc. Chad is sad Ruru got eaten, and we get another fucking flashback where he remembers his grandpa and all of Ichigo's fights, most of which he wasn't there for and could not be recollecting in such a way.
And I'm going, stop showing me better animated things right now.
God. Yeah, some of those are super insane. It's like, Chad, what do you mean? Did you watch this on surveillance cameras? What happened?
How did you see a fight against Byakuya?
Noba's like, okay, I'm gonna seal the fish with my dimension power, and then we can pull Ruru out. Whatever, just go. Chad wants to be the decoy for this plan, but Rengiku says she'll do it, and Chad's like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm gonna do it. And Rengiku's like, you're gonna let me do it, or I'm gonna start to get racist. At which point, you can now click the second spoiler image.
Wait, what?
It was actually drawn
Chad's
pretty
like,
well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, parts of this episode's not looking okay. It's weird.
Like this section
it's weird.
Is where they actually went really, really hard, I feel like.
So Chad's like, okay, fine, you can be the fucking thing. You can be the fucking decoy. Rengiku stands in the middle of a soccer field and starts to call the Bount a shitty old man, and he pops out and tries to own her, and she's using flash steps to dodge it. They have the protagonist do a plan where they have Chad pretend to fuck up the plan by attacking too much and making a smokescreen. But then when the Bount tries to take advantage of that, Chad just grabs it and starts to fucking giant swing this whale around.
So about the animation going pretty hard here, please enjoy.
Yeah.
Remember the last episode where Ichigo was like, how can Richard Epcar be so strong?
Yep.
Yeah, so say hello to the thumbnail for this episode of Chugging Bleach. In case you're wondering where's the image, you've been looking at it.
It's really good.
This looks so good that Dan's like, this is it. It's over for this guy because it looks too good.
Yeah, I was like, they just are going to draw him however the fuck they want for this episode because they're going to deal with him by the end of this, I assume.
Chad throws it to Noba, and Noba like beam clashes with the whale, and the animation gets really good.
Yes.
An old man Bount has like a million lines on his face. He looks like a character Rob Liefeld drew in the 90s and starts screaming.
Yes.
I woke up real hard for this chunk.
Noba successfully seals him, but then immediately explodes from being so full of whale yum.
I'm so full from whale. Yum.
I'm really fucking mad that this plan couldn't just work and we have to endure more of this shit.
Yep, this really felt like it could have been the end.
That's the end of the episode. Illustrated Guide to Soul Reapers.
Golden.
Hanataro sent mommy nurse captain a report about how he got a part-time job that's being read by McDonald's Miller. McDonald's Miller is the guy who looks like Miller.
Casey hasn't played Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, that's right. But we referred to him as this before.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we have.
Blonde guy with sunglasses.
The sunglasses guy. Okay.
He's really mad that Hanataro is what he thinks goofing off. That's the fucking joke. There is no joke.
Oh, okay. He died.
We got a new ending.
We did.
We did.
That's not till 87.
Oh, are we not? Oh, no.
No,
It's 86.
That was 3. That was 3. We still have 2 more.
So here's the funny thing here. I'm going to say this now, and we'll feel it out as we go.
Okay.
You know what a bell curve is?
Yes.
Okay. Are 5 episodes of anime grouped at random supposed to have a bell curve in quality? Is that a thing too?
That's sure how it works out this time.
Sometimes by accident.
I'm just like, holy shit, how did this fucking happen?
Well, wait till next episode where we watch 18 episodes of the Bount Arc in a row.
No.
And remember basically none of it.
And Phil goes, no, because he went through this in chunks.
We start describing it
No,
like that
I went through 1 episode like a week ago and then 4 episodes today.
Oh, okay. I was worried you did half and went, I need a break.
Our descriptions basically come off as the Futurama joke about Beck. Where it's like, yeah, we really got into a thing there and forgot how the song ended.
God damn it!
Yeah, I'd be completely okay with vaguely describing these episodes. That episode, they fought a whale. Okay, moving on.
That song wasn't supposed to last 18 minutes, but we got into a thing, and also I forgot how it ends.
That's every one of our podcasts. We got into a thing.
I forgot how it ends.
Episode 87.
Gold.
Noba got owned, and now his tits are just out.
Oh,
His shirt exploded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
it's
fucking
true.
go, baby.
His mask also exploded, so now you can kind of see his hair and that he's supposed to be hot.
I assumed anyway.
Rangiku is cradling him, and Chad is pissed. Everybody runs for the fish. Everybody runs from the fish. Now, then they're being menaced by it because, it's shadow. It has a shadow on the ground that signifies where it is. And it's, going around them in a circle. This lasts 60 seconds because they have to burn time. Their plan is to wait for it to attack and then dodge. But the Bount, not being a moron, jukes them, and they have to get teleported away by Noba, who is able to do that despite exploding 20 seconds ago.
I just wrote this part was Rangiku has player knowledge because she suddenly knows weird things about how this Bount works that have not been explained.
Rangiku can sense the other pointless fights going on in other areas. Chad is like, what if I just hit its big glowing weak point?
No way.
So they come up with a plan to combine all their powers to own this guy. It's basically technobabble. Rangiku and Noba will catch the fish, and Chad will use his big super punch on it that he used against Captain Kyoraku, even though Rangiku wasn't there and shouldn't know about the super punch. Even though she says, use that thing you used on Captain Kyoraku, that event I was not there for.
You see, it's fine. Everyone files reports on incidents, so they made sure to read all of it after the incident.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Yeah, let's give Rukia the rope.
Yeah, I'll give him the rope. Sure, why not?
Rangiku pulls Noba out of his Gigai with Rukia's gloves, even though Rukia got those from Urahara, and Rangiku should not have the exact same gloves. I mean, yeah, she should not have the exact same gloves. It seems like they forgot where those gloves came from.
Yep.
Rangiku starts doing a really complicated Dragon Soul-esque chant combined with Noba to form like a radar to find this guy.
God,
and
so dumb.
and there's 2 minutes of her being like, I can't find him. Oh, I found him actually. He's above us. So the Bount attacks from above, leading with his most vulnerable point, the underbelly of the one part of his doll that isn't heavily armored. And Chad just starts pummeling his dick with haymakers. Chad just beats his ass until the doll barfs up Ururu. Old man Bount is like, that was fun. I'm gonna leave now because this is the most demoralizing set of episodes ever put to fucking film.
Yeah,
literally nothing is resolved in any of these. Time to go.
They can't kill any of these Bounts. I don't get it. Let us kill one, please.
No, you got Snake Guy.
Chad is like, I could have killed him, but I didn't because Ruru would have died. We cut to Soul Society. Mayuri used file recovery on his PC and got his files back.
That's good.
Kept cutting to the same shot of him moving his eyes over and over again.
He literally looks straight at the camera and goes, I could go to the human world and resolve this plot easily because I am a captain, but I won't.
Hey, that's fine. That is entirely in character.
He's like, I understand why they need a Quincy, but I'm not going to tell you, the audience. Nemu, go to the human world to give that man this plot device. It's going to Ishida. We know he's sending it to Ishida. It's obvious despite your pathetic attempts to obfuscate it.
Yep.
We need to do something or else he will be the most pathetic character on the main group for the entire filler arc.
Baldy, whose name I forget, is guarding a gate and it gets attacked. We don't know who it could be because we really have no idea who this could be at this point.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea.
It's just someone who can sneak into the society and be invisible. Who could that be? It's impossible to know.
It's impossible.
The guy who uses light is a sword power. He couldn't use that to be invisible.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I forgot.
Bob, we have no idea.
You see, my brain couldn't make peace with that, Bob, because I'm like, why would he even come here? Why would he do anything?
That
he
too,
does
I forgot
nothing,
his power
Bob.
already.
This is too proactive for a bout.
Yeah, he's not a bad, even though he says he is.
This is fucked up.
They fight a little bit. He cuts Bald Guy's cheek. That's it. Byakuya gets a letter from Yamamoto. The shot holds for 10 seconds with no animation as Byakuya reads this letter. He doesn't blink. There's nothing in the background moving. It is a still frame. His eyes don't move. There's nothing.
Look, we used a lot of money earlier on that whale show.
This is like a joke in an abridged series.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to Yamamoto. You don't get to know what's going on, audience. Kenpachi shows up at like the day after the bald guy fought the invisible enemy and is like, this is great. I might get to kill something soon. Ishida is where he trained for the Soul Society arc at the waterfall and is now having more flashbacks to earlier parts of Bleach and is sad that his grandpa and mommy GF is gone. He tries to use his powers and sort of does. I thought they were fucking gone.
Yeah, I know. It's so frustrating. This is such a terrible part of these episodes.
Right?
Yeah, this is the part where I'm sad.
Then he just cries and collapses and shits and pisses.
Yeah, I'm like...
Don't do that. It worked. I don't know why it worked, but it did. Come on.
Yeah, and then he remembers pain and that arrows come from the heart.
Yeah, I wish he wasn't in the filler arc at all, given his current situation, because all it does is make him suck the whole time because they can't do anything.
We get a new ED, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Illustrated Guide to Soul Reapers.
Golden?
Rangiku's like, why did we take Noba out of his Gigai? His powers are stronger in his Gigai. And Chad's like, well, if you wanted to do this plan, that means you guys would have to touch. And it shows like an image of like human Noba like hugging her from behind. And then Noba gets really flustered because he's shy.
Golden.
Okay.
Episode 88. We're in the fucking home stretch here.
Let's go land this fucking plane.
Leland, being gone for fucking 3 episodes, shows up riding Cone like a horse. It's like, you gotta help Ichigo, but Ichigo's already there and is changed out of his Soul Reaper clothes into a t-shirt and is just hanging out. And she starts to sob into his chest.
She's like, I watched these episodes and it's like, it's okay. It's gonna be all right.
Hanataro's like, Ichigo, I injected Koga with your piss and erased his memory, so I think he's gonna be okay. Everybody shows up to Urahara's, and I'm fucking petrified this is about to become a comedy episode.
The only thing worse.
Rukia is like, I'm hurt, but I'll be fine in a second. The Soul Reapers are like gathering outside the Pillarman cave because they found it.
They just did that.
Oh yeah, like the new ones that dropped in. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah,
all
the new
vice
ones that dropped. The lieutenants.
For some reason.
Yeah, they just go, well, we should go to the place where things happen.
They're like, we want to progress the plot, and the main group's like, we don't want to do that.
And you know that you can't do that alone, so this is doomed. This is a doomed endeavor.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Kari and the Bounce are having a meeting. Kari is like, I need everybody to do as much crack as possible, as fast as possible.
Now you take a big nappy.
Crackhead Bount is coping because he's the only one that definitively lost his encounter.
Oh god, yeah, he did.
They call Ugaki the scientist Bount, and he spies on Ishida with his glasses in a really funny POV shot where you're like him looking through his glasses, and they like flick like a channel changes over to spy on Ishida.
Yes.
God.
And he really is insecure because he's like, don't worry, guys, I'm going to take care of these intruders. You'll be really impressed. Just watch. We cut back to Urahara's shop. The kid Renji saved isn't waking up. Everybody sits around and is sad. We get another fucking lingering, unmoving shot to save money and another flashback. There are Ichigo and Renji like talk a little bit. They say nothing, and there are multiple seconds between their lines to save money. It's like, we're gonna fight. Of course we're gonna fight him. We're all gonna go fight the Bounce.
Yeah.
Ugh. Urahara has a meeting with Ichigo.
God, this is insane.
And it's like the Bounce sure are strong, huh? And Ichigo's like, I might be able to use my Bankai soon, so the plot can progress.
Yeah, they've changed it from you can't use your Bankai, it'll blow up the world, to you forgot how.
Yeah, that's insane. We had the whole like first 6 episodes were about no, you shouldn't use your Bankai here in the human world.
That
it's
shit
dangerous.
really didn't matter.
Yeah, it is like God.
They're really transparent about it.
What I have to assume, and I don't remember, what I have to assume is that something in the manga gave them an excuse to change this. Where it's like they explained something in the manga that isn't animated yet that they're trying to like backload into this filler.
Like my assumption would be that initially they go, oh well, captains and soul reapers, when they go to the living world, their powers get limited, so we can't have them do a Bankai in the living world. And then in the manga they don't care. So like, oh fuck. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we'll change it now.
Something like that.
In this series called Bleach, they don't care. Meanwhile, in this thing, they're like, "Oh, you guys don't care. We don't care either."
Peacock's looking at the enemy base. The others show up. They're gonna try and invade.
Cool.
We cut back to Soul Society. Byakuya and Yamamoto are having a meeting. They're like, Mayuri's up to fucking something, but fucking whatever. Who cares? Fuck him. They say there's a traitor among us. I wonder if it could be that guy that
Sauce.
we know is a traitor.
But it might be Aizen again.
Yeah, we get one of those really horrible scenes where Byakuya's like, "Do you think it could be Aizen?" I have to pretend that he's involved in this story at all. And it doesn't take place in a parallel universe where none of that shit matters. And then Yamamoto basically says, "No, this is filler. He's not involved."
Meanwhile, me and Bob are wrestling with the hypothetical idea of someone not knowing this is filler and going, I guess Bleach decided that 2 arcs in a row are just about there being a traitor in Soul Society.
Yeah. God.
Yamamoto wants Byakuya to check the Kuchiki family records for the Bounce because they're historians now, I guess.
I don't think this will ever be mentioned again.
No, of course not. We cut to Ichigo and Ko getting ready to go back after the Bounce. Kon does his fucking routine.
Okay. Funny.
Ginta packed Renji a lunch because Renji is a toddler.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I was really hoping this would go like full Futurama and like Ururu would give him mittens and a little note on his shirt. They leave, and then we cut to the scientist Bount playing with tarot cards on like a board, and he summons his dolls, the eyeballs, to heckle the lieutenants. They're walking down an ominous hallway in the Bount base, and they babble about how weird it looks. And then like they start getting attacked by giant spears from the shadows.
This becomes playing with an asshole DM in Dungeons and Dragons.
And then in a line so bad that I once again almost blacked out, they say, "Splitting up will give us an advantage."
Yep.
This whole thing is happening while the A team is now leaving the house. It's like, did the Soul Reapers really need to go in 30 minutes ahead of them? It's only 30 minutes,
Yes.
guys. What?
No, that'll give us a huge advantage.
They focus on Rangiku first. She gets tied up by ropes coming from the ceiling, and there is a shot where her boobs are hanging and are enormous.
Oh yeah,
That was nuts.
no. The writer of this episode was so happy. He's like, oh fuck yeah.
She cuts herself free, and then spears come towards her, and we hard cut right as they come out, and the scientist just immediately implies she's dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, you nailed it. Good job.
Izuru and Hisagi are being chased by the eyeball swarm. This fucking set is like a procedurally generated dungeon.
Yes.
So they're being heckled by the eyeballs, and a giant hand comes out of the ground and flicks Izuru and sends him fucking flying.
Is there a UU stand user who uses tarot cards and traps them in a dungeon? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember.
I feel like I've seen this exact same thing
no,
before.
but we tried to relate him to the Game Boy guy at first when he's like, it's time to play or whatever. You're like, okay, I guess they're going to play Tetris Attack now.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly because I know what you're talking about, Bob. I've seen the thing that's.
Ropes come from the ground and tie up Hisagi. They try to establish the rules of how this doll works, but it's insanely fucking stupid. It seems like the doll things can come out of shadow, but not just darkness. It has to be contrasted shadow, like you have to shine a bright light on someone, and then the shadow they make, it can come out of. It can't just come out of darkness.
It's shadows only created by his spotlights.
Yeah, I guess his stand is the spotlight. I guess,
yeah.
Hisagi escapes the ropes and tries to escape with Izuru, but the hand smashes the ceiling and they all get buried.
Man, this dude's killing all these important characters.
Peacock is being heckled by the eyeballs and is like, fuck you, I'm just gonna cut them all. Then Castlevania music starts playing.
Yes! Yeah, that's when I wake up.
And they all shoot him with the spotlight, so the hand can achieve its full form, which is just being a big hand. And it grabs him and squishes him against the wall, and it's implied he's dead. That's it. That's it for him.
Holy shit. This really is the strongest Bount.
Then we cut to the Ichigo party at the entrance of the dungeon. Then we cut to Ishida fucking crying at the waterfall still. Then Nemu shows up and the fucking episode ends.
I'm sorry. We need to stick a little bit longer, and we cut to the party at the entrance because I took
No, please.
the alleged party.
I took a few photos of how great that looked.
Oh no. I love Lillian and Cone just being orbs.
Yeah, no, that actually is my favorite one. Reading gets her own close up, which I'm posting now.
Oh fuck, don't.
because goddamn, that face should be an emo if it weren't so like nightmarish. Honestly,
These are all
Oh no!
like, this is the focus of the shot. How would this pass like quality control?
This
Fuck you.
whatever.
It has
It's
to come out
filler.
every
This
week,
is.
Bob.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's like we need to save as much money as possible for the actual canon shit.
that's weird. These 3 pages of script just say key shippable at the top. I don't.
They're like, that one dude insisted the old man had to look like that, so now we're fucked. We have 2 days to make this episode.
We need Bleach Kai so bad.
No, this is the definitive way. Like you're going through mud up to your biceps.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this far into the Bount Arc, it needs it more than Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Illustrated guide to
here's the
Soul
thing. Here's the thing, real quick. Because at no point on Namek did you go, Namek's not real and will never matter again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Imagine if Garlic Jr.'s arc was 26 episodes.
I don't know. He's a little too cool for the comparison.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Imagine if Garlic Jr.'s
KZ,
What?
we're 26 episodes into the Bount Arc, and there's no fucking end in sight.
Yeah, I know. I've known this for a while before it started. And I'm like, I sure hope it isn't bad because I remember how long it is.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, they need to do a long breath.
Yeah, I certainly didn't read the back of our box set, and it said nothing but stuff about Bounce.
I didn't buy that box set, KZ.
But I'm happy to own it because it's funny, and Leaning was a sticker on the front saying, never been on Blu-ray before, for a reason.
Illustrated Guide to Soul Reaper.
Golden.
Ichigo wants to go into the Bount base. Renji says, wait, I have to eat the lunch that Genta Pot packed me because I'm a toddler. He eats the rice ball, and it was spiked with hot peppers, and they're hot, so he spits fire and runs around the end.
Cool.
That's it. That was our fucking episode.
Thank you, Phil.
All right, we did it. We got through.
That's good.
Do you want to review
Thank
the
God.
ending now, or do you want to wait till next time?
I'm good with either.
Yeah, I'm good with either.
Okay, we can go ahead and do it. We got to do outro. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that this is like an 8, like a high 8. I like this a lot.
I'm actually coming in at an 8 too. Let me go ahead and describe it real quick.
Sure.
It's got some cool squiggle lines around the main characters that are drawn in an almost manga-like style and mildly anime. It's got a fun upbeat song with some sort of chiptune elements and an almost hip-hop atmosphere. I like it a lot. And also, we have Ichigo in the outro with his green jeans and the hole worn in them with his purple shirt. No reason that these notes are this intricate on what Ichigo's wearing.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, 8 out of 10, 100%. I think this is good.
Yeah, this is strong. I was worried we'd go to a bad one after we had a good one.
Same.
Phil, what do you think of it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It has like some nice visuals. It's pretty catchy, pretty strong. I like it a lot.
What's your number?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
All right, KZ.
Yeah, I think this is also an 8. It's probably my second favorite of the endings, right behind the one that was introduced with the bounce.
Happy people.
No, not that one. Not that the one that's just the mod souls doing their dance. I like the song in that one a lot.
Cool.
I also during the third this ending, I was like, this is the third one during the Bount Arc.
Yep.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, I know, right? It's so long. But anyway, we have to go to my favorite section, the best dress.
Ooh.
This is always a great part.
I didn't know this section was a part of the show. I didn't.
Okay.
What? No?
I
Really?
didn't prepare any notes at all.
Well, Dan, who is it?
Oh man, I actually am struggling now because of choice, because I actually took a lot of notes. You know what though? I think we opened real strong. I'm gonna go with Toshiro wearing his winter coat at the beginning of episode 84.
Oh no, I'm
know,
doomed. That was my only pick.
Bob just shot himself in the fucking foot. Yeah, it's a really good design. We're blessed by this intro. This intro gives us so many good choices for
Gonna
best
leave
dress.
and we're gonna be fucking doomed.
100 fucking %.
Okay, I'm gonna go now, just so I don't have to get sniped by anyone else. That's my privilege.
Yes.
It's like a Thanksgiving dinner, and Bob's like, you go first, and the first guy just takes all of the mashed potatoes but a bit, and Bob's like, I'm going second.
I'm taking all the stuffing.
So I'm gonna choose Urahara.
Okay, yeah, he had drip.
Yeah, he had a tie, and it would look real good.
Yeah, it did.
Very good. I think someone implied I should dress like that.
Yes, I said that.
Yes,
I said
and
that.
I agree.
I was like, you should dress like that on stream, 100%.
Phil, who was your best dress for this set?
Oh God, I'm gonna say the old man Bount, but only when he's animated really well.
That's fair.
Yes. KZ?
One of the intro slides was Izuru Kira dressed like he's gonna be in Steep. He had his whole snow gear ready to go, and I was like, that's real strong. I was between that and Shuhei in a tracksuit sitting in a chair.
Yes.
Yeah, that was another surprising one.
Yeah, but that snow one, I'm like, this is good. I want to use this one.
Okay, Dan. I have a question just for you.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to continue watching Bleach?
1.
That is fair.
You know what? I don't blame you.
All right, Phil, did you bring us the same piece of trivia for this week? I completely understand if you didn't.
I forgot that's a bit.
Let me look through
The documents.
let me look through the documents. The voice actor for Ichigo's mom, Ellen Stern, is married to Richard Epcar, who voices Zangetsu. Is this true or false?
I'm going to say true.
I'm going to say true. It seems too random not to. KZ?
Easy.
I'm going to say false because I'll probably be wrong.
Yeah, it's true. That's from my no shit. It's real trivia folder.
Great.
It's hard. I couldn't come up with anything to undo the bullshit. Changing the word C to B and the word count is what gives us bound.
I mean, that's the thing, though. That one's true, but we can't prove it.
No one said it.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't have them on record.
All right, we've finally come here, guys. We've got to rate this set of episodes on our patented tightness scale, 0 to 25. 25 being the best episode of Bleach you've ever seen. 0 being probably these. KZ, what do you think of these episodes?
Okay, I've been wrestling with this all week, man. There's some parts here that I find really funny, and that usually gives it a lot of points. There's a really, what I found to be an astoundingly well-animated part that kind of seems scary. But a lot of this was really bad. Okay, it's in my opinion, the worst set we've ever seen, so I'll give it a 7. I'll give it 1 less than some of the worst I've given.
All right, that's fair. Dan? What do you think? How tight is it?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can any human alive tell us what happened on the last episode of Chugging Bleach?
I can.
I can.
Vaguely.
I'm not feeling generous yet. I'm also giving this a 1. The only part that lights me up at all is when Chad swings a whale, and even that was sullied by them changing the voice actor.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna give this a tie with the previous one, and what really pushed me over the edge was that voice actor change. I'm like, no, I gotta down it at least a point for that.
Yeah,
but, yeah, that was.
It's a real fucking shame.
All right, I'll go. I'm gonna give this a 5. I think this is literally just as bad as the start of this arc, which is the worst ever.
Yeah.
we found it. Please God, at least kill a Bount next set.
So I gotta ask,
What's up?
because the start of this arc was so bad. That included the hospital, right?
No, that didn't even get to the hospital.
No, when we said like the start, it was like that.
Yeah, the start was all the wacky mod soul you
Die
shit.
Hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's why I asked. I couldn't remember if a mod soul caused the hospital incident or which one of these dipshits did.
No, it was those two. It was the 2 Bounts.
Yeah, it was the Rain Man.
Yeah. It was the verified checkmark ones in which Ganju killed them by cracking one of their skulls open.
But we can't kill Bouncer
And
humans.
then Smurf.
Yeah. Ganju just built different.
Yeah, his fucking eyelash game is on point.
All right, Phil, what do you think of these episodes?
I wish I hadn't given the last set a 0.
Fair.
That was a mistake because now I have nowhere to go. So I can only give this set another 0, not just because they're bad, but because every Bount escaping now means you still have to deal with every Bount.
And that's the thing.
I thought any of them would die.
Yeah, same. If one Bount had died this episode, I wouldn't. These set of episodes, I would not have given it a 1. But it just feels eternally hopeless.
Yeah, no, it's impassable. Like it feels like the Bount arc is even farther from over because not even one of them died.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bob, I'm losing my mind.
What's up?
If we don't count the fucking mod soul part of that as the Bount arc, which I don't, because there are no Bounts.
Yeah, but that's the beginning of the Bount Arc. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because it's after the real Bleach. We move into the Bount Arc.
And the whole point is that Urahara made them because he knew the bounce were coming.
But I'm thinking about the fact that our scores jump up after that because it's the very start of the bounce being active, and it goes 46, 30, 60, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to assume this gets better.
Yes.
That,
yes.
like they're going to actually be able to kill a Bount.
At some point they will. Yeah, at some point they will start to die, and then we will be so cathartic from having to endure these motherfuckers for so long. We'll be like, oh, that was like an 18.
Yeah, Ichigo will be able to use Bankai again, and he will kill 3 of them, and we'll be like, yeah, it was a 20.
I was about to say, it's going to go up. I feel like Kari is going to die, and then it will somehow allow us to get to a 49.
My brain is so far gone. It is so beyond given up on this ending ever that we started theory crafting what could make me give it a high score, and it wasn't even ending because in my brain this goes forever. It was maybe Hinataro has some of the crack. That would be good.
I remember Hinataro doing something eventually. I'm like, did that happen in real Bleach? I thought that was filler.
Oh no!
Scared.
Dan, I feel like at one point we're going to run into a set where somehow 2 of them will die and you'll just give it a 15.
Hey, maybe. Hopefully.
But that's it. We're done talking about Bleach for this month. Come back next month, you animals.
Yeah, fuck off. Bye. Thanks for listening. Shows like Mondo Cool and Chugging Bleach are only possible thanks to our wonderful supporters over on Patreon. If you head on over to patreon.com/gbpodcasts and pledge at the $5 or above level, you not only get early access to Chugging Bleach and Mondo Cool before they're released to the public, but you'll also gain access to exclusive shows like Armchair Devs Extra and Cursed Content by Committee. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. The executive producers for this month of GigaBoots are Esme, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Live Action Muito Real, Completely Normal Adam, Cooper Tank, Zilter, and Virvarm. Thank you very much to our executive producers, and also these patrons. If you want to become an executive producer for an obscure but powerful YouTube channel, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.